This is a sci-fi movie that rubs the human IQ case on the ground in one step. The purpose of the work of the future people is not to be new. It's to be able to leave the Earth. Park 2017 aliens first destroyed the moon. After losing the moon, the Earth is instantly deducted. The cross-chapter ground formation and high CSC turned. Aliens call the chaos into the golden Earth. In order to win this defensive battle, nuclear weapons must not be used. Although in the end it was a victory. But the Earth is no longer suitable for the playwright because of serious nuclear weapons. The people who survived were in space. A space war called TAT was built as a temporary command center for human invasion of the planet Titan. Humans on Earth have been based on the star Titan. In addition to the number 49 engineering interception and communication circle card. The mission of the two of them on Earth is to ensure the normal operation of the hydro energy tower. Hydro energy towers are generated in strongholds by collecting seawater from the west, providing energy for the planet Titan. Not only this is qualitatively important for the humans of Titan. When the remnants of the alien army are defeated, they will still be immortal. From time to time, they come out to wreak havoc. No one on patrol is also frequently attacked. And the maintenance robot is one of the main jobs of intercepting customers. Headquarters to prevent Qin Dao thank the result of the Wei Yuqin department and Vita to the end. Use the number 49 to weigh the library results and the Sky Tower where he is located. As a result, he and his partner Vika have been on Earth for 5 years or more. At the end of the term in 2 weeks, they will release Vital Qin Yang. However, the absence of a salary has always plagued the results. Then some memories of forced taxes will always come to mind. A so-called girl with a certain side. A song made on the rooftop of the net. It seems that they all have some special effect on the outcome. Vika watched the movement outside in the Sky Tower. As a trainer, he needs to be on the screen all the time. Keep him safe from being scrutinized by aliens. Every day, we have to go to the ground to conduct field searches and equipment training. The vehicle is an electric aircraft only. Australian oil is on the Earth full of wooden windows. I can always raise the memory of a wound and beat in class. Not far away, the hydro energy tower is desperately absorbing it. Prepare to blow the Earth dry and go 1 or 2. At the critical moment, the aliens went to lie more and more. They are accustomed to approaching drones to interfere with the normal movement of the hydroelectric tower. For the card, it was found that there are 2 5-mounted drones that need to be repaired today. One of them is not far from base 49. The tail card will give priority to this label and distribute it to the understanding class. The plane came over the release ground. Circling for a few days did not find aliens out of the wood. The plane was parked at the football field with the confirmation of the tail card. The orbit is moving this drone, except that the battery is taken off. The other parts were undamaged. This is already the fast battery that has been taken off. And the aliens only take off the battery for sure the reason for using it. The drone of the new battery of Phantom Shan restored the animal. Horizontal detachment, and at the same time the flying sword moved to earn. Repair a drone. The interceptor has to find another one. Guess for the card because the signal transmitter is long. So he couldn't locate the exact location. Interception of passengers can only be taken from the aircraft equipment. Escape the motorcycle for a ground search. And the autumn forest is full of sinking roads. It is a kind of extreme small hand. The interceptor monitored the drone's signal on an old mountain. He was thrown into a cave by the strangers. After confirming that there are no outsiders around, the interceptor decided to go down and find out. However, when he came to the city, the first to open a metaball is from time to time. Only then did I know that I had fallen into the way of foreign believers. The Czechs turned and ran. Step carefully on the current scene that aliens don't know. After being entrusted with a walk of dozens of meters, he interrupted survival with a gun. When he ran to the entrance of the cave, he was about to leave the cave to learn something. Miko is cut off by an alien who is subdued at the entrance of the cave, losing the union of the pulley and falling heavily to the ground. Helpless, he could only raise his pistol and aim it at the enemy. Just as he was about to count the deaths, a drone just feels insightful. Face a powerful and violently extinguished vitality glow. A secondary of the extermination. Drones are all what is called will strike. He even put the muzzle of the gun on the hook. It was only after call to the seedlings that the identity was confirmed and the brain killer stopped. And this robot is just 160 good man machines that have just been repaired. At the end of the class, prepared to leave the election. No opinion, I saw a book on the ground. He started the book. When I returned to the ground, I found that my motorcycle was long gone. He could only say from afar that he wanted an empty plane to come and pick him up. After returning to the Sky Tower, he closed the class and opened the Facebook page he had seen. At the end of the course, I was attracted by the content of the book. I don't know that it was this book that changed his life. The next morning, the two were pleasantly surprised by the loud voice. Go to the window and take a look. The primordial must have been a huge cloud of madness rising from the sky. It is the energy activity produced after the explosion of a hydro tower. It turned out that the stolen nuclear batteries had been blown up by aliens. The cutoff price is that the aircraft is preparing to go to investigate the accident company. A position signal aroused his assistant. He searched for the signal. Come to the top of a building. The aliens have taken the whole slaughter as a natural danger. After analysis for the card, the discovery signal is a directional marker. Only to the good area of the time of the empty situation. But the two are not clear about the aliens' intentions. The insurance company can directly cut off the good performance. The interception float zone editor continues to sail. He once checked the editing security as there was. Contact with Vika was severed. Piloting the plane to a fart mirror businessman. Farmers and meadows here. He has a bend in front of the water hull is cut off to follow my heart. Wehu he lost his initiative from small chess. The familiar and strange woman. He also lost his dreams. Suddenly, I wanted to pull intercept back to reality all my life. I only saw this guy searching, and the escape was breaking through the armor. Or do this mark is a good area of the period of the empty situation. The Czech Republic immediately flew the plane to its destination. After feeling the scene. Except for mechanical parts that were all over the ground. It is the cotton repair that is scattered in the flight sequence. It's full of humans in a state of trimming. Let the Czech Republic be serious. One of them, Jing Ran lying in the cotton cellar, was the woman who often appeared in its dreams. At this moment, there was a rumor from outside to the province of Bangning, which no one remembers. A look at the Czech scriptures. Another 166 milli drone. It quickly scans the floor for repairs. Then the bone breaks and the shot wades into the sleeping space circle. The Czech Republic is very serious. Just as he was about to shoot at the woman. Cut off the party that has no defense in front. No one remembers that the program was quickly calculated. In the end, there was no move towards the pickup. Turn round and fly away. The intercept brings the survivors back to the sky tower. After opening the dormant exercise, the woman didn't want to believe it. He recognized the results at first glance. Intercepted although a network emperor. But he believed that the two of them must have the strength of 140,000. The woman's name was Julia. It has been dormant for 60 years. In the past 60 years, the Earth has undergone earth-shaking phone calls. It's no longer Julia's Earth. Vika believed that the aliens had a signal seal for him later. Wika suggested sending this unknown source away immediately. But Intercept believed that he often met Julia with a spiritual voice. So Julia is going to look for non-line records for a while. Intercept the country agreed to him. Without permission. Intercept overtime non-class with Julia. Back to the last few points. After a bit of searching, they found non-line record 1. Just as the two were about to leave, a deep shadow appears in the barrage. Intercept was ready to go up and check on him. The country was attacked by aliens and the head was passed by the army. When he woke up, he found himself locked up in a factory where he was disposed of. The upstairs in front of me are full of humans. I learned from a tacit understanding of the South math. They are the aliens in the eyes of the lesson. And the real alien is the top of the class last time Taiko. He set up a scam and used drones to protect the hydro towers. The hydro tower is on a daily and nightly basis to drain the Earth's resources. Drones are also attacking humans. The fact that he set up to kill the navigators in the cotton warehouse is the best proof of this. Tacit Conan's team breaks the non-biograph code. Led to Julia's non-biography of sin. Because there are kinetic energy batteries of the human spirit on non-ships. Match the battery of the drone. Plus the elemental part of the resistance. To make a bomb that is enough to destroy the Tet. MOG Non is ready to use the drones they have replenished to deliver the bombs. It's just that they didn't modify the machine's legal procedures across the board. But interception can. The Fierce Wall Interceptor rejected the object. He believes that there are still humans in the space war. On the side, the average cut can be compensated. A shot crashed into his body armor. It's kind of a precautionary fight for him. Intercept them and marry assistance. I want to have some of the drone repairing drone procedures at a time. Didn't return overnight. Applied for a drone to the headquarters for the card. After a night of searching, the scene was finally found. Spotting an enemy and facing the cave at the same time is a visit. As a result, he was shot and shouted by his peers. The unbalanced drone hit on the spot. Lose the drone. It was decided to send 2 more for the card. Unnecessary sacrifices for the sake of decreasing. It was difficult to decide to put the cutoff. He wants to cut himself in search of the truth. And return to China his motorcycle. Intercept took Julia to the Great Flash. Fortunately, the same Momo Smith sent a distress call for the card. In front of that ancient telepathic forbidden. Julia tells the truth about the world before the interception. Humanity is ready to explore the Titan mood. But just a few weeks before it was triggered, a green alien artifact was discovered at the Navigation Bureau. So he sent Juke and Julia to investigate. Because the distance was too far, everyone entered the cotton repair. But for some reason, Intercept and Vika showed up in advance. The alien object they were going to investigate. It's the current tie to Red Arrow battle. Julia's true identity is Intercept's wife. See the ring around his neck. The memories of the Czech Republic are clear. It is in the hope of the future. He personally pressed the power of this dimensional system into his hands. The two hugged each other as if they were everywhere. This scene happened to be guided by the flying machine. After seeing the card, he shed tears of business letters. Allied in independence for the card thought to be Czech. A clear face shut him out. And Wutong headquarters phone generation is no longer able to do this job. I thought I would retire early for the card to find that the door was suddenly opened. Then I was given a coffee bubble by the memory bubble of no one who appeared in the shadows. No one remembers that they want to continue attacking the Czechs. Was turned red into a corner by Julia with the weapons on the plane. For the card of the division of the pseudoclass class will not be neat. Tate also wants to use intelligent sex drama to cheat the lesson. Ask him to take Julia back to the Tate Space Exhibition. This turbo-intellect operation has no effect on the lesson. He's going to take Julia to find the truth. The play and the bad Tate sent a trivalent drone to chase and kill the class. But the lesson is based on superb flying skills. Soon 2 of the drones were put into the fee acquisition war. The last drone was also left behind under the flexible movement of the lesson. The 2 were about to leave the gorge and head to the Lake Pai hut. Was knocked into the service by the drone that rushed out. Fortunately, the 2 of them successfully broke the armor. I thought that I would be convinced in what house. But Lesson and Julia didn't feel anything wrong. Something even more difficult to believe. Just in the middle of the class, I was going to watch the drone envoy. An aircraft of the same model was docked next to the drone. The 52nd that came down was for Xu Yuan to let the class begin to doubt life. His strengths are exactly the same as those in the lessons. Both recognized each other at the same time. Julia also came over at all. Seeing the 2 Jacks appear in front of him, he was also shocked. Number 52 Jack after seeing Julia. Fragments of those memories of the same machine in my mind. It's the moment of this doppelganger. Jack 49 stepped forward to knock out his opponent's weapon. Jack pinned him to the ground and strangled him in the shower. It's just that during the fight, the gun bleeds and accidentally injures Julia. Jack number 49 made a move. He risked his way to Sky Tower 52 on plane 15 and 12. Prepare exactly to find Jay like. Just as he got Jay and was about to leave, he saw another tail tower standing near him alive. In this way, the matter of the 2 of them being decided by Crone. It's just that he doesn't know how much he has been beaten by. Cuck wanted to leave with him with the number 52 card. But it is rejected for a card. After the knot, when the other party still doesn't recognize him. Fly the plane back to Julia's place alone. After giving him treatment, Cuck brought Julia back to the juggling trivials. Settle Julia. Cuck stood on the side alone. He couldn't keep the door for a long time because of his identity as a crone. But Julia didn't dislike him. In this time when humanity is on the verge of extinction, the other side is so confused. The next day, the 2 of them joined together. They decided to return to the secret base of the Tacit Conjunction. Because the Hydro Energy Tower is still pregnant, it is constantly rushing to obtain the Earth's resources. He had to intervene to stop it. And the first thing he did was to modify the legal procedure for the drone. At the same time, Tacit informative result was told. He also envoys a highly developed extraterrestrial civilization sapient. They pour energy from one new ball after another. In order to maintain those devices that absorb energy, thousands of aliens Kron were misremembered as a result. Let them provide security. Humanity can only watch as the Earth's energy is slowly bombed. Until they found 49 good results. Sampling them reinvigorates hope. When the Czech Republic minus that book, Su Jingnan believes that his emotions are not completely out. Then he didn't want to threaten his life, so he put pressure on it. It made Sujingnan more convinced of the inherent goodness of Czech nature. A milli poison also kicked off the training. The Czechs shot without anyone specifying. Prepare for him to carry the merge back to blow up the attitude space war. But when everything is ready to go to school, everyone's room service has already seen the hand of victory. If nothing else, the accident happened. And then the door was opened. The site warriors prepared to get the drone out of the base. The wheel mouth suddenly sprung out of the triangular drone, strafing at the cave woman's tuyere. The last Mirrorman and her pair have a fundamentally low conduction. Not so powerful. The base instantly turned into a figure presence. Fortunately, the customer fights for quiet power. My colleagues destroyed all the drones together. But they also paid a huge price. They skewered the programmed drones. In battle at a clan. I want her to go with a bomb. The planned road hole of the space warfare. The last man was also deeply slandered during the battle. Everyone was silent. Because this is a battle of the century to protect the fate of the Earth. In final consideration, the Czechs decided to put Hedin and Jolie up and repair the cotton soup. He's going to fly the plane to the Tate himself. It was a straight line for Tate's order to bring back Julia to the Czech Republic. Even though he knew he had a misunderstanding with Julia. They've done a good job of keeping the Earth in order. It's on the way to the space station. The Czech Republic opened 50 years ago. For the first time, they went to contact the alien flight record film. At the beginning, the Czechs drove the spaceship to investigate the alien Tate, a rain pilot who has been in a state of repairing cotton. Suddenly it was broken in two. They were Jack and Vika. And the people who suffer from Jack within. It is the agent that is too special for you to come out. Decades afterward. It's always been this special woman talking to Jack and Vika. When a non-biography approached the Tet space warrior, the alien object emits two powerful forces. Seeing that the non-transmission is about to get out of control, Jack and Vika decide to free Burma from Tibet to avoid being attacked. Immediately afterwards by Guangrong, who was about to perform, shown in front of the two of them. After that, they don't remember anything. Now he comes with only Vika, and Jack being controlled by aliens. Tet used the genes of the two to create an unknown number of crons. A casual photo of the two of them concludes a lie. Wait until the plane arrives on the Tate space. The Knot looked at the crone body around him. The master is no longer in the know. This time, he finally saw Tate's true fate. One has a sense of self. A triangle of superintelligence. And this is exactly what they are based in. It's he who controls everything here. At this moment, the Knot guest opened the Shilian collection. It wasn't Yuri who was sitting in Songli. It's the end. And their Yenji bomb. Tate, who found out that he was injured when he was selling the film, discharged the drone. However, the distance from Tai, the drone did not feel. The customer pressed the Taiwan. Crime is a huge explosion in this lifetime. The entire Tet space battle was blown into ashes. A battle for the treasure of the Earth finally ends perfectly with the human process. Humanity on Earth is finally reborn. A few years later, the Julians lived in the unjuvenated wood. And smoothly took on a little girl. This is the union of number 49 and Julia's love knot. They lived the life of a blunt and here. Until one day, a large group of humans found the formation. A familiar body appears in the crowd and people. Under his shoulder, Ho Ran wrote that we will kill well. It is the end of this temple. Anti-anti. Anti-anti.